Well, hello everybody. This is an update on my vinegar eel cultures. To start this video off, just going to go through a little timeline. June 1st I received the starter culture from Fish Guy's place. Bottled up the same day, made a video on it. And then about 5 months ago, after I kind of saw how it was doing in my original bottles, and I'll show you that here in a moment, decided to change the design, get more airflow, and now I'm seeing the results of both types of bottles and wanted to share my experience with you to help you decide what's going to work best in your situation. What we're staring at here was from the original culture. I haven't added any vinegar, any water, any apples, anything to this jar. You can see the apples down in the bottom, pretty much mush, but still a very active culture. This one I had plugged off with some cotton or acrylic, and then my other original jars were these maple jars. I had a total of 3 of these. As you can see, this one is not showing quite as vibrant, but still very much active. You can kind of see that. I don't know if it's focusing on that squirming on the glass. Kind of cool looking. But this is another one that hasn't been touched. It has the cotton in the top. The cotton in the top restricts the breathing, so the culture doesn't seem to proliferate. I can normally say that word. Multiply as fast. So what I did is, after the first month with these jars, I split some up into some of these other jars. And these have much bigger openings. You know, I can stick my finger in there and scoop some worms out if I need to. This one here, if it was up higher, I could. But if you see the video I made 5 months ago of me refreshing from 2 of those jars and split it into these 3 jars. Actually, I put one of them into this jar and then split the other culture into these 2 little jars, and added a little bit more fresh apple at that time, a little bit more 50% water and Bragg's apple cider vinegar. And then with these I was using the coffee filters. So with more area compared to like that or that bottle, and plus a more porous, I don't know what you'd call it, but basically what I'm trying to get at here is these ones will breathe a lot better, and they will also grow more and reproduce more quickly. That's what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way. Please bear with me. So what happened in these jars, though, about a week ago, I noticed that these were all dried up. This one was dried up to about right down in here. This one, you can see there's kind of a fungusy stuff that grew on top of it, and it was down around in here, but after adding more vinegar, straight vinegar, it's kind of come up a bit. In this jar, it kind of all broke back down into the bottom, but you can see the apple here is all mush. And this is actually take 2 of this video. I actually recorded this earlier and harvested a bunch out of this for the end bonus video of showing me feeding some of it. And my camera went blip and it deleted the whole recording right as I was finishing up, so yeehaw for that. Either way, still wanted to show you. So like I said, I added some more straight vinegar to these, brought the level up, and after a week, let's get it to focus. I wonder if this one will focus. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one I can get it to focus a little bit. You can see those kind of creating a worm castle or whatever you want to call it, climbing up the side of the glass. And again, they're not really worms or eels. They're, oh, man. Can't remember anything tonight. I'll put it down in the comments. But, yeah, so just after adding some straight vinegar to this one, you see after about a week, it's still very lively. This one had a really thick coating of them, and that's why I used it to feed out of earlier when I did take one. And this one, as you can see, if I can keep it focused here, or get it to focus. Put my hand behind this. There we go. See a bit of movement there. But yeah, so kind of the trade-offs for what I'm seeing here, and like I've told you since the beginning, all my videos, I want to take you along for the journey and show you what works best for me and what doesn't, and to help you make decisions on the way you want to set up your cultures. These ones here, reliable, very difficult to harvest out of. This one I've never harvested anything out of. It's just been my standby culture from the beginning. But they also don't evaporate and they last longer. Or we have these, and yes, I did neglect them for 5 months for them to, you can't say dried up. There's still fluid in there, but it definitely looked sick. And it wasn't this yellow color, it was more this brown. Gonna add some more to this also, but now that I know that the cultures survived, but yeah, this you have the problem of more airflow, meaning more dehydration, meaning the need to rehydrate more frequently. So again, that's a trade-off, and you can decide what works best for you. So whenever I do these videos, I like to do a little feeding, and I end of the evening here now, so all these fish have been fed multiple times today, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot. So just hang on there and we'll be right back in front of a fish tank. So before I feed, another thing I wanted to show is to get into these bottles. It's fairly easy with something like a toothbrush. These bottles, it is really difficult to get over into this side to scrape them out. And I know people use the piece of cotton here and water on top. I tried that at first and didn't work out for me. Maybe it'll work out for you. But yeah, this is going to be the one that had less in it, but we'll see what we can gather here. And first, let's try the CPDs. Actually, I tried them earlier and they didn't bite, so let's try some of these guppies up here. And in this green water, if there's any of them that they don't eat, they'll survive for days in here. Rarely happens, so these guys are pretty good at picking them off right away. But I did recently have a big loss of fry in here. Alright, well that didn't last very long here. Don't have a good view on the green water, so let's harvest a little more and go to, I think this time we'll go to the community tank. That always seems to be a good host for feeding. Alright. If we get a good harvest out of here. I don't know if it's stuck on here or not. I think it fell off. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I got it. They like to slip off sometimes. Alright. Let me get this tripod out of my way. Yeah, lots of plants. These guys usually will love about anything I can give them, especially live. Pea puffer. They don't like wasting their time on this small stuff though. Guppies love it. You got an extremely bloated longfin leopard Daniel there. Yeah, wasn't the most exciting feeding, but still, it's a feeding. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who came by, watched the video, checked the update. Hopefully this is helpful and help you make some decisions. And again, this isn't the final video. This is just one more step, one more update, and hopefully we learned more together today. On the lower left hand side of the video here, you'll be seeing a link to my culturing videos playlist where you can watch all of my Vinegar Eel culturing videos, plus my scuds, Daphnia, green water, stuff like that. Yeah, please check them out. Enjoy. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. No questions too dumb. And yeah, I'd appreciate it if you like the video. Thanks again. Bye.